All right, what's up, YouTube? We are actually had some downtime here for once, so we just wanted to do a little Q&A. I'm bringing Ivana on board. I asked this a few days ago on my Instagram, just some questions for us for this weekend with all the activities we had, plus, you know, having the video out here. Let's just keep knocking stuff out. So with that said, we got plenty. We won't be able to go through all of them. We're on a time frame, so we're just gonna answer some that stick out to us in relation to each of us, and share some information. So we'll start out with you.
Okay, ask away.
Okay, so Ivana, will Ivana ever compete again before you guys settle down for a baby?
Jeez, right out of the gate. Let's go.
Into baby talk.
Today actually we did a seminar here at Destination and we discussed that, and I would like to compete again, and I'd like to compete again possibly in figure, but right now I'm just taking it day by day, training and just seeing what my body decides to do. So far it's been going so well, so maybe there'll be a show before the baby.
I'm gonna ask you this one again, another one, because I got a few of these, which is pretty new to me, but how do bodybuilding with autoimmune conditions, or how to opt bodybuilding with autoimmune conditions?
Okay, that's a deep dive into a question.
Right,
well,
not specific, but it is possible, yeah?
Absolutely, it is possible, and of course you just have to really do your research, know what kind of autoimmune you have, know when your flare-ups are, and be able to control them the best that you can, and you're going to have to go the extra mile more than somebody that doesn't have an autoimmune condition. But it's definitely possible. It is all possible. And truthfully, having an autoimmune condition is, what I've seen with other people, it makes you just more aware of your body and your body's response to things. So.
Yeah, big one from there.
Okay, a question for Brett. Brett, did you ever have a chance to train with Dallas McCarver?
I didn't have a chance to train with Dallas McCarver because, he was into his prime and towards the end, right? Before I was really getting into it. So that was when I was building up, especially into classic physique. But I will say this, I did see him at the Arnold Classic one time. And I probably told this story, but he was the biggest person I've ever seen, actually in person. So I walked into what's that gym called in Columbus? Powerhouse Gym Columbus, where we were at for the Arnold. And I walk in, and there's actually no one there because it was like Tuesday, the week of the Arnold, and people weren't there yet. And I look over, and there's just this red figure. He was wearing red tights, a red cutoff, and he was doing deadlifts. And he was probably like 320, 330 at that point. And honestly, that was just one of the coolest things I've seen, especially coming up, as a aspiring bodybuilder, to see that kind of stuff. It will always leave a lasting impression in my mind.
Okay, next question I have for you. How do you balance time for your marriage, bodybuilding, business, and the fitness industry?
That's a great question. I think more so it's, we've been able to, we encompass that all together. So our businesses are together. We, our lifestyle with bodybuilding is together. We, I spend obviously the most time and pretty much all my only time with Ivana, because not only my wife, but my best friend. And, Roscoe's my best friend. She's second. And, it's how you build your life. And the thing is, you have to have balance in life. Even if you don't have the situation we do and you work separate jobs, 9 to 5s, whatever, you have to find that balance. You got to do the necessary in regards to prep or bodybuilding, and then always find that balance to spend time together, get away for a little bit. Still have your goals in the side or back of your mind, but make sure you are finding that time for each other as well.
If I may add to that, for an example, so I think another great thing is to simplify it a little bit, but setting a time where maybe 9 o'clock for someone like yourself is the time that everything is shut down, besides your last meal, but social media, work, it's all shut down for an hour. Even an hour spent, quality time spent together, just being in the present moment, makes a world of a difference. So if you're just going half between here and there and thinking that you're finding the balance, no, you're not. If you have a set time and you say, hey, it's 9 o'clock, this is the time that for the next hour before I go to bed, I'm going to spend it with my significant other, that works really well. So, and we do that sometimes, and that works good. It works for us to just chat and catch up on life.
Some red flags when looking for a bodybuilding coach.
Okay. One, of course, communication. to like how attentive they are to you and how understanding are they of your body. You know, it's like if they're giving that same cookie cutter meal plan to everybody, like that, it doesn't work. And, you know, I also, another thing is when you do start with a coach, I always ask all my athletes, when I'm building out their plan, like what are your top 3 favorite proteins, fats, and carbs, of course, healthy choices, so that I can also build a plan around what they enjoy instead of just being like, hey, eat fish 4 times a day, bye. Like, so it's just really the effort, and you'll know. I mean, and also you should be able to ask your coach questions, and they should be able to respond with you without there being, you know, a disagreement, or you can question anything. So those are some good pointers.
Yeah, so right, what she said is the communication red flags, like if they aren't answering or if they cut it short and stuff like that. But I think red flags would be, you know, look into the history. You know, do they have a very high turnover rate? Reach out to somebody that doesn't work with them anymore and ask why. You know, if it's bad, they're going to tell you it's bad. If it was mutual or like that person just moved on, they'll be respectful and tell you that. So you can find out a lot by just watching, you know, the history and the turnover rate, and then also asking previous athletes if that's the case. Oh God.
Ask it.
What's your biggest turn off for the other person? This is good.
Biggest turn off. Oh, you go first.
No.
Here we go. Q&A time. Waiting.
No, because there's small ones and there's big ones, you know. Like,
Name them all.
no. How late you've been making me stay up lately because you can't go to bed. You just sit on your phone. That's a small.
What are you talking about? Okay, first of all, you guys, that's not true because Bright eats his last meal super late because he likes to sleep in lately since we work from home. So he's on a little bit of a different schedule. Go on.
How tardy you can be sometimes
To what?
to anything.
What do we do that I'm tardy to together?
All the time. I gotta drag
We
you.
don't train together.
Like today, coming back here, we had to drag you out of there because you wanted to talk to
Because
everybody.
I have to do extra things for our sponsors.
This is my thing. You can't like argue with me when I say these. Like, all right, go ahead then.
What's my biggest pet peeve of you, or what irritates me the most about you?
Yeah.
I think sometimes Brett definitely has a hard time with balance, and that's just something when, you know, and I think everyone, you know, comes together for a reason, and I think I definitely help him with that. But sometimes he has a hard time with balance, and we try and work on that, and that's a really big thing for me, and it's a really big part of your marriage. And it's hard when bodybuilding is to be one of the best bodybuilders, you have to be 100% dedicated at all times. So I think he has a hard time with that, and sometimes I have to remind him that, like, be a little bit more present in some moments, whether, you know, we're doing something or we're spending time with family. It's just kind of like, hey, be a little bit more present, because, you know, I know his overall goal is to, you know, achieve all the wins and all the things that he has set for himself. So it's really just the balance that is sometimes something that he really needs to work on.
I agree with that. If you had to, here, I'll answer this one. If you had to choose 5 health supplements to help while on a cycle. So this can be more for enhanced athletes. I just want to cover this to make sure you guys are getting it done. And, you know, obviously we use all Revive products for internal health. But this is just cross-board. You can get from wherever. But you need to make sure your kidneys are getting covered. Your liver is getting covered. So these are internal organs that are affected by, you know, not only drug protocol, but also, you know, how much food you're eating, you know, their intense dieting, you know, those kidneys, liver get affected. Also, make sure the heart is in check. So there's a good heart supplement from Revive. I really like, you know, stay on top of your D3. So K2 plus D3. You need K2, you know, to be with D3 to work fully. And then finally, glutamine. I think glutamine is very, very important for muscle recovery, but also for digestion. So it's across the board. You know, those would be my top 5 overall. This will be good for you. Have any advice for supporting your partner through their first prep? Yeah,
absolutely. And I'm going to speak as if you've already done a show, and Okay, well, I'll speak on both sides. If you've never done a show and you're supporting them, or if you have competed in the past and now you're supporting them, the main thing is like it's a goal. It's a quick goal, and if they're getting ready for a show, like you've really got to be there for them because it's very difficult. It's hard. So I think when the mood is low and there's a lot of mood swings, I think the best thing is to give each other a little bit of space, a little bit of time, not overreact as much as you would, if they're acting like that every day of their life, even when they're not in prep, that's a whole different story. But just be a little bit more observant of what they're going through and just give them time to, get through the process and be helpful. Like some of the smallest things I think is what we've, in the past, like argued about super small things that both of us can contribute to each other. So yeah, just really be supportive and understand that it's temporary. It's not like it's 12 weeks, give 12 weeks together and do it.
Anything you hate that the other does while on prep? I guess this thing kind of go back into the pet peeve thing, but I remember when she was on prep.
Can I say?
No, I would always hate when she would chew gum in bed.
Okay, so I get to say mine then.
I would hate it. Oh my God. She would come, I'm not done. Let me She would come to bed and we'd be quiet. I'm trying to fall asleep, and then she'd just put gum and start chewing. I absolutely hated that. Like, you can't do that in somebody's ear while they're trying to sleep.
But you can snore in my ear every night, and I deal with it.
I can't control that. And that's not
my biggest pet peeve of Brett is that he bites his nails at times. I absolutely hate it.
But that's in life. That's in life, not just on
No. Well, you do it more in prep.
It's worse in prep.
It's worse in prep. Like, today I was, like, paying attention during the seminar. He didn't do it once. And I'm like, how funny. You can't stop it. But when he's in prep, I notice he'll do it. So it's probably my biggest pet peeve. We've had over 100 arguments over it.
A little more anxious, for sure. I'll just answer this. Is a 405 squat for 20 reps good? Yeah, that's very good. If you're squatting 405 for 20 reps, that's going to be good for sure. Will you be at Tampa Pro? Well, Tampa Pro is going on right now, so we are not there. We are in Dallas. We are leaving. It looked like a good show.
Yeah.
Keon won 212 yesterday, and prejudging just got done, and it looks like either Kamal, Quentin, or Keem. So good show going on. Who has more shoes?
Brett.
Ivana.
Dude, this is my only pair of freaking Jordans, and he's got like
They said
10.
shoes. They didn't say Jordans. They said just shoes.
No, I would say
she has more shoes.
Brett's gone pretty bad at it lately. He's got to change his choice of friends. His friends have been.
My friends buy me shoes. It's not.
No.
Yeah, they do. Some of them.
Any training of you two together for YouTube? I think that's, maybe like on back days and stuff, I think that's something that we could start doing a little bit more of us training together. That's what we used to do all the time. I was his only training partner. Now he thinks he's just too cool for me.
This one's good for you because you eat more sweets than me. Favorite ice cream? Go.
I don't know. I don't ever eat ice cream. I'd rather eat frozen
Favorite
yogurt.
ice cream?
Frozen yogurt.
What flavor?
Frozen yogurt?
That's not a flavor.
Ice cream, vanilla bean.
Favorite chips?
Jalapeno. Jalapeno, what are they called? Lay's or?
Kettle chips.
Kettle, yep.
Favorite cheat meal?
Five Guys.
There you go.
Oh, I said something he approves of.
What is the lowest your calories go on prep? So for me, more recently, it's going to be a little bit higher just because I burned a lot. So that's going to be more like 3,000 to 3,500 calories because, right now I'm eating like 6,000. So it's down. I still have to eat quite a bit in prep. Maybe push that a little bit more this next prep. We'll see. But that's where I'm at. But how about your most extreme prep? Where were you at?
I don't know. There was a time where I was eating asparagus and fish for every single meal for a whole month. So do the math.
1,200, 1,500 calories, maybe.
Probably less. I think 900.
Okay. Sounds terrible. Favorite go-to shoes for leg day? Is it the PF Flyers? I did have those in the past. In regards to leg day, I think, I've even done a few leg days recently where we went barefoot, and it's not too bad. Anything that's flat. So you just want to make sure that the shoe you're wearing, or if you're barefoot, that you're just directly flat. You're just pushing into that flat sole, and usually a hard sole. So Vans are good. I use Converses are great. Yeah, like you said, the PF Flyers I had were great. I just wore holes into them, so I had to stop. Right now I'm wearing some Metcons just because they have the flat sole, which I like. But it looked like GASP was going to come out with some Converses that I really want to get because they looked cool too. So that'll probably be my next shoe. Just a few more here. Next pro show. What have you going?
You're gonna start with me?
Yeah.
Next pro show. If I choose to compete again, it would be probably about next July, August time.
Then for me, we've talked about it a little bit, but getting through these next week. I guess now just a week countdown of travel. We're going to Denver a week from, or here Friday, Thursday. We're leaving soon, and we're gonna go out there do guest posing with Hunter Labrada out at Colorado Cup. So if you're in Denver, I'll be back, and looking forward to seeing a lot of you there.
And we're gonna have some downtime with them.
We're gonna have some downtime. We're gonna go up the mountain, up to Grand Lake. That's probably one of my favorite spots of Colorado because it's literally a lake on top of the mountain. So you go all the way up the mountain, and there's this huge lake, and it's just beautiful. One of my favorite spots. So we're gonna go up there for 2 days, and I'm really looking forward to that. All right, last one, because I didn't save all of them. I just saved some.
How'd y'all meet?
Here you go. Let's go with it.
Yeah, let's end it with that one. All right, Brett, how did we meet?
We met. She was desperately always looking. Okay, let's start over. We met because I was Facebook messaging her looking for attention, and she just didn't respond to me. So I was persistent until I don't know, caught her attention somehow at the gym, of course. And then it was history from there.
And then you fell head over heels, and it was just wonderful. Bought me so many gifts all the time. He thought that he was going to win me over like that. That did not work. No, but we met back in Des Moines, Iowa, and Brett was not wasn't competing or really bodybuilding. I remember when we first started dating, I was getting ready for my first pro show. And I was like embarrassed to eat around him because I was eating all the time, and he'd be eating like twice a day. And I remember his go-to meal all the time was chicken, sweet potato, and a whole fucking bunch of barbecue sauce. Every single meal, or every time, or every day that he ate that. And then you have like a protein shake in the morning. So that was quite an adjustment. So after a while, I started teaching Brett how to eat and eat more meals throughout the day, and then he just took on from there. And he'd always have the peanut butter jelly burger also.
Oh yeah, that's still my favorite burger.
You would eat that.
If you guys want the best burger of your life, get a peanut butter and jelly burger. I know it sounds disgusting, but try it. It's amazing. Remember when I would do straight venison, so deer meat. I would do that. I would just cut it into little pieces and
I remember that. I would be cleaning deer meat for a whole week.
I'd eat it with sweet potato, and it tasted so bad. It was so gamey and so rough. Because I didn't mix it. You're supposed to mix it with either
ground beef,
ham or beef. I would just eat it straight, and I was like, this is what I need to do, and just hated every meal, and just would do that 4 times.
No, you loved it. You would just chew the shit out of it.
No, looking back, it was terrible.
Disgusting. But so we met in Iowa, and then we've been together, 9 years now?
9 years, so we're going on 5 years of marriage.
Almost 5 years of marriage. I barely made it, you guys.
What's the date of your anniversary?
September 30th. We got married in Iowa. We had a beautiful wedding. It was a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Traveling the country.
Traveling the world and doing what we love. Yeah. And maybe sometime soon we'll have a baby.
All right. Now you have Roscoe.
We have a baby.
Roscoe, you want to come say hi?
No, he's out.
He's been a very good boy.
He's had a long week. All right, so thank you guys. Like I said, we'll keep doing these. I'll get some more next time. I only saved the first couple pages. I should have done more. But we'll get more in a comfortable setting and really get in depth. Yep. Get her on here again. But again, we continue here. This trip to Dallas has been great, and so I'm going to bring it all to you guys, all the footage, all the training, all the extracurriculars that we were able to do this week.
Yeah, it was an awesome week here in Dallas.
All right. So we head to Denver next, and then we are going to get locked in, and we've got some big...
We still got some more travels. You have another guest posing in Louisiana.
Yeah.
We got a few more things left.
Hunter's getting married. Hunter and Liv, so that'll be fun. And then we finish the year out with Olympia, right, in December?
Yep.
So we'll see. We'll see what's
Time's
going on
flying.
with
Yep.
that. All right. Well, we'll see you next time.